10 superheroes inspired by mythology. Heroes and villains have enjoyed the spotlight in folktales since their inception. The triumph of good over evil has remained consistent in all these mythological and modern stories. While not every villain started as one, some depictions are more horrific, signifying the birth of darker forces. However, no matter their acquired power, nature has always bestowed her very best to forces that intended to bring good. Superheroes could have been our ancestors' way of reassuring toddlers and children of the presence of a savior. When nights felt the darkest, children murmured their names of their favorite heroes till the break of dawn. Then they rested their faith in a power that would save them should evil break down their loosely bolted doors. Centuries later, even as technology moves at the speed of light, it is in this embodiment of goodness that we trust. Neither in faith nor entertainment do we look for a technologically advanced machine to be our knight in shining armor. Instead, our inner child still searches for a hero that is kind, benevolent, and blessed by the heavens to fight off evil. When life gets bleak, the stories of superheroes and villains return our dimming faith in the ways of the universe. That must be why movie theaters that screen Marvel movies witness a whole house with children and grown-ups alike. With this in mind, let us look at some popular superheroes that were inspired by the tale's age as old as time. Number 1. Hercules. One of the most celebrated heroes of the Marvel Comics and a central role in the Disney movies in the character of Hercules. However, did you know that the legend goes beyond just a few years in time? His character is based on a Roman god. Renamed by the Romans, he was the first demigod called Heracles and was created by the ancient Greeks. Heracles was said to be the son of Zeus. He was born with superhuman strength and stamina, allowing him to achieve many extraordinary tasks. He was able to complete a total of 12 impossible tasks assigned to him. On different occasions, he successfully slayed numerous monsters to uphold peace. To help Atlas, he even held up the heavens for a while. His most anticipated victory must have been the wrestle with death, whom Heracles defeated. Number 2. Odysseus. The king of Ithaca and the hero of Homer's poem, Odysseus was known for his intellectual brilliance and courage. The poem talks about the journey back to Ithaca that the king undertakes once the Trojan War ends. Although his path was riddled with challenges and obstacles nearly impossible to cut through, Odysseus, much like Batman, outsmarts the adversities with his wit, intellectual brilliance, and guile. The resemblance between the two characters is uncanny as we witness both of them living as ghosts of their mighty pasts. They resign to life's struggles for a while, but eventually find their way back to happiness. Odysseus returns to Ithaca while Batman finds his way back too. Number 3. The Amazons. Amazon warriors were highly skilled female warriors and were feared throughout the world. They were thought to be from Asia Minor and the Aegean Islands. In addition, Greek mythology frequently demonized them for their super strength and incredible warfare skills. As Princess Diana of Themyscira, Wonder Woman is of Amazonian blue blood. However, in further iterations, DC has altered her backstory so that Zeus is her father. Number 4. Thor. In Norse mythology, Thor is the thunder god who wields a magical hammer that only he can lift. The hammer, known as Mjolnir, is his most recognizable symbol. When he throws his Mjolnir into the sky, it would return to him like a boomerang. His Mjolnir enables him to fly and manipulate the weather to fulfill his primary purpose, the protection of humanity. The thunder god also has the power to harness thunder and use it to fight battles. Although he is also the founding member of the superhero team, the Avengers, he is shown to have a slew of sidekicks and foes. Number 5. Perseus. Imagine if you had the power to be invisible. What could all have been at your disposal? No. Being invisible is a supernatural ability that only seems to exist within our television screens. But much like the power of the Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four illustrates, invisibility qualifies as a superhero skill. Sue Storm, also known as the Invisible Girl, gained her powers after exposure to a cosmic storm. She has 2 abilities, invisibility and force fields. Her invisibility ability works by bending light waves, allowing her to make herself and other objects invisible. Number 6. Circe. Circe is an Eternal, a race of people who have been genetically altered to be superior in all physical traits. She is a flirtatious socializer who is frequently found hosting or attending parties, and her specialty is matter transmutation, which she often employs for amusement. Circe is inspired by Circe, the most famous goddess of sorcery in Greek mythology. She lived on a mythical island with numerous nymph companions to keep her company. She was also skilled in the magic of transmutation and illusion. And though her vast knowledge of potions and herbs and use of a magic staff, she would transform her foes or anyone she disliked into animals. When Odysseus visited, she did not think twice about transforming his men into pigs. Number 7. Achilles. Achilles was the hero of the Trojan War and the greatest of all the Greek warriors, but he too had a simple weakness. Yes, you guessed it, his heel. When Achilles was a baby, a prophecy told that he would die young, so his mother, Thetis, dipped him in the river Styx, which was thought to offer powers of invincibility. But because she held him by the heel, this part of his body remained dry, a flaw in her plan. Later, it is revealed that an arrow killed him to the heel. The term Achilles' heel has come to mean a point of weakness, despite overall strength. Number 8. Raven. Not all superheroes have direct resemblances. Some of them identify with gods who were created solely for their existence. Sound confusing? Give us a minute. DC's Raven is different. The god that she gets her power from was created for the comics. However, the way she finds her relevance in old myths is by being the daughter of the demon god Trigon. So essentially, she was half demon and half human. Channeling her supreme powers, Raven also helped all her team save the world from her father and all his evil allegiances. Number 9. Spider-Man. Who hasn't heard of Spider-Man? Probably the first superhero alongside Superman you fell in love with. No? Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, is the character of an ordinary boy whose life changes when he is bitten by a spider that changes him forever. Weaving webs and saving the world becomes his part-time job. But have you ever wondered where the inspiration comes from? There are no coincidences. The spiders of African folklore served as the inspiration for Marvel's Superman. Likewise, the Kwaku Ansani, a superhuman trickster from West African folklore mythology, inspired that fictional comic character. He is one of the most important characters in West African folklore, and he himself possessed wisdom and oratory prowess. Though much of the original Ansani stories have been lost to time and translation, his legend lives on. And number 10. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a visual and magical delight to behold. With stunning appearances filled with grandeur, Marvel's character is that of a man who is ushered into the world of spells and charms. He finds himself as the master in no time and soon joins the force to save the world. Doctor Strange has been inspired by the many different Sanskrit texts and spells from Nepal and India. With the religious backgrounds of Buddhism and Hinduism, Marvel has outdone itself to bring out the best of both worlds, ancient chants and mind-blowing AI effects. And with this, we come to an end for this video. If you enjoyed watching it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay mythical.